and welcome everyone to our International Volunteers Day event for 2021. What a special day. It's so lovely to be here with you today, and we welcome everybody to this special International Volunteers Day. These events are such a lovely way for us to connect with our wonderful volunteers, our amazing partner organizations and countries around the world, and also our wonderful teams. My name is Wendell, and I'm part of the Southern Africa team in Johannesburg, South Africa. It's a bit misty and drizzy here today, but I hope you're all well where you are as well. So I'm very pleased to be here with you, with Inda from our Indonesian team. Over to you, Inda.
Thank you, Wendell. Likewise, it's great to be with you to host this event. It's noon here, while it must be early morning in South Africa. You are up very early. Ladies and gentlemen, greetings from sunny Jakarta, Indonesia. Apa kabar? That's how we Indonesian ask, how are you? My name is Indah Susanti. I'm based in Jakarta, the capital city of Indonesia. It is my pleasure to be here with you today to celebrate International Volunteer Day. Over to you, Wendell.
Thanks, Inda. Yes, it's very early here today, but I'm so pleased I'm able to join, so thank you. So we'd like to start off with an acknowledgement of country. We acknowledge the traditional custodians of country throughout Australia. We recognise the continuing connection that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples have to their lands and waters. We pay our respects to elders and communities past, present and emerging. We would like to specifically pay our respects to the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation as the traditional custodians of lands on which our head office is located. We also recognise Indigenous people, their knowledge and cultures internationally, and affirm the need to respect and promote the rights of Indigenous peoples across all countries that we work in. We're really pleased to be an inclusive event, although there is a little delay with our lovely closed captioning team, but I know they're on their way and our wonderful organisers are working in the background. But we do have a captioning team, Jake and Eleanor. If you're looking to access closed captioning, click on the CC button at the bottom of your screens. We're also fortunate to have a lovely Auslan interpretation team, I should say. We have Kim and Gabriella with us today, and they're supporting us around sign language interpretation. They will be interpreting in Auslan to support one of our attendees. If you need this function, you can click on view and exit full screen mode, and the interpreter should come up on your screen and be there for the full length of the event today. So thank you very much for joining us today on our journey around our program to meet our wonderful volunteers and partners and to hear how we're working together with others.
Thank you, Wendell. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome our guests from DFAT in Canberra, embassies and consulates across our regions, Australian Volunteers International board members, consortium partners from Cardno and Alinea Whiteloom, international and Australian partners, volunteers and staff. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us today.
So today we're taking a virtual tour around the program. So we hope you have your bags packed, your coffee in hand, and you're ready to come with us to hear from our volunteers and our partners. We have some pre-recorded presentations from several pairs of volunteers and their partner counterparts, and they'll be sharing their journey with us today. After we've heard from our volunteers and partners, we'll be joined by James Gelling, who is the First Assistant Secretary of the Humanitarian NGOs and Partnerships Division within DFAT. We finish off our event with a wonderful performance from Bali Jaladara, who have kindly recorded a beautiful performance for us to share the special day with us today.
International Volunteer Day is an important day for acknowledging the contributions volunteers make to the organization and community they support and the enduring relationship formed by volunteers and their colleagues. This event is one of 20 events being held by the Australian Volunteers Program and our partners across the globe. The pandemic has reshaped our world, presenting many challenges for us individually and collectively in our communities and across the globe. In many places, it has prevented people coming together in person. There have been travel restrictions, border closure, and lockdowns. Despite this, we continue to make difference together, whether virtually or in person. That is why this year we are celebrating International Volunteer Day with the theme Together We Make a Difference. Please enjoy this short video that reminds us that despite the challenges we face, we strive to connect and make a difference together.
Oh, thanks, Inda. Did your sound come through? I'm not sure if it was just a technical error on my side.
No, I'm afraid not.
No.
Probably we will try to fix it for the next video.
Sorry, everybody. I don't know. Should we maybe play it again? Because it's such a beautiful video and we so want to hear the messages. To our technical team, could we maybe see if we could play the video again with the audio coming through? Oh, for the next one. Okay, well, the video is also on our website and we'll maybe share the link with you so you can go in and hear the beautiful messages that were coming through on that beautiful video. So it was such an inspiring message about our volunteers and partners coming together to work together and do amazing things and to make a difference within their communities. So thanks so much to the lovely volunteers and to the partners who participated in the video. Our next destination is to Papua New Guinea. And we're watching one of our lovely volunteers, Damien, with his partner counterpart, Terence. Terence is with St. John's Ambulance in PNG, and over to our wonderful partner, St. John's with Terence and Damien. So let's watch that beautiful video.
My name is Damien. I am currently a volunteer with AVI in Papua New Guinea with St. John Ambulance, Papua New Guinea. Joining me is my counterpart, Terence, who is the Superintendent of St. John Ambulance Southern Region.
Okay, I'm the Superintendent in NTD and Southern Region, currently looking after ambulance operations. PNG is just north of Australia. It's a very small country, but very rugged as well. Not all places are linked by road, so it's very difficult for ambulance service here. Bit of a struggle. We need a lot of off-road vehicles to get to places where there are cases, so yeah, it's a struggle at the moment.
Just to give you an idea of what we actually are doing and operating here in PNG, St. John Ambulance PNG is the national ambulance service here in Papua New Guinea, and we're based in Port Moresby itself, which is in the NCD, National Capital District of Port Moresby. And we run a fleet of ambulances that look after the NCD and Central Province down here in the south. Plus we've got regional stations in Lake, Kokopo, Simbu and Rabaul. So,
Which is Kokopo.
Yeah. With that, we're growing our crews. We have a big COVID surge here at the moment, so we're also working in running a field hospital as an overflow from POMGen, which is our main hospital here in Papua New Guinea, which is seeing up to, I think at most we've got about 60 patients at the moment being treated in there. And that's being looked after by some other volunteers that we have here, Corey and Carl as well. And they're registered nurses from Australia, so they come over and help with that. PNG, my assignment is 12 months here, so Terence has a bit longer with me at this point, and maybe even longer if I'm allowed to stay a bit, and he wants to keep me around.
Can we have him?
Very nice.
Now, Damien's been a lot of help in the AECC department. That's our communications. Mentoring guys in there to make sure that they attend to cases well. He's also been out with the ambulance operations, mentoring the guys there. He was also part of our training, which was really, really good. I was part of that training, and we all learned a lot from Damien. So yeah, we're glad to have him here.
Thanks. More kind words, it's amazing. As Terence says, we are doing a lot of training in classrooms, so we're developing training programs to increase the capacity of our ambulance officers currently here, as well as our nurses and HCPs, our healthcare professionals. We're also doing on-road mentoring, which means we actually go out on road with our crews to see what they do and help develop better practices, critical thinking, as well as little tips and tricks that we've learnt from Australia that we can teach the crews here. But we're also learning from them, because they do a lot of things we just simply don't see in Australia that they do here. A lot of snake bites, obstetrics, major trauma, MCIs, so mass casualty incidents. There's a lot of road accidents here. So we're really learning a huge amount, even to the point that we've started giving information sessions back to our colleagues in Australia about how our training crosses over here, but how the training here in PNG crosses over to Australia, because it's really important and it's amazing, considering limited resources that we have here, how well these guys do in coping with the demands of the job that we have here. So from us here in Port Moresby and St John PNG, thanks for listening, thanks for letting us contribute to this webinar and conference, and I hope you all have a good day. Thanks, Terence, for your time. See you guys.
What a lovely partnership. Thank you, Terence and Damien. It's inspiring to hear that there is a mutual learning and sharing between Papua New Guinea and Australia through a volunteering assignment. Isn't it wonderful, Wendell? They seem to get along very well too. It's very funny. They want to keep Damien as long as possible. So our next destination is to Bhutan. We will visit Australian volunteer Karunya Prasad and her partner from National Biodiversity Center, Choki Getson. Let's head off to Bhutan and watch their story.
Hello, my name is Choki Gelsen, and then I'm currently in Thimphu, Bhutan. Bhutan is located between Asia and India. It's a tiny kingdom in the Eastern Himalaya. So I'm working at the National Biodiversity Center under the Ministry of Agriculture and Forest, and I'm looking after the Biodiversity Information Management Division at this center.
Hi, I'm Karunya Prasad. I'm in sunny Sydney at the moment. I'm working as an Australian volunteer. I'm as a biodiversity research mentor with Choki and the NBC.
The National Biodiversity Center is the one of the leading agency in Bhutan to lead the conservation of biodiversity for sustainable utilization of biological resources in the country, and it looks after the gene bank, animal gene bank, and plant gene bank, also the National Herbarium, Royal Botanical Garden, and the biodiversity information management systems in the country. And it also coordinates the national biodiversity inventory, such as invertebrates inventory, and also development of lots of other biodiversity related databases such as aquatic biodiversity of Bhutan.
So I first started working with the National Biodiversity Centre in 2019, working as a biodiversity research mentor or advisor. And since returning from Bhutan, after about a year, I've been working as a remote volunteer. Currently, a major task that we're working on is trying to get all of Bhutan's biodiversity data onto GBIF, which is the Global Biodiversity Information Facility. It's a huge open source database, which aims to have information about all the species in the world in one place. So we're just trying to make sure that Bhutan, being a biodiversity hotspot, that all the information about Bhutan's flora and fauna is readily available to anybody who wants to access it.
Some of the key achievement with the Karunya is that we have published the Bhutan's first biodiversity statistics of Bhutan, where we reported more than 11,000 recorded species from Bhutan. And also we have developed a Bhutan Biodiversity Portal user manual, where she contributed a lot. I'm really excited about the biodiversity statistics of Bhutan, because that's the first of its kind in Bhutan. And then before, there wasn't any information on number of species in Bhutan, and now we have the information on number of species of Bhutan, where it's more than 11,000 scientifically recorded species. And also one of the most exciting things is that we secured the National Geographic grant for the development of the Bhutan Biodiversity Portal. So, and then also two of us are in the National Geographic team as well as an explorer.
Realizing sort of the vast extent of species, you know, with relation to plants and the different taxa within the animal kingdom as well. It was just amazing. Because all you ever hear really is, oh, you know, Bhutan's a biodiversity hotspot. It's, you know, it's got a lot of species, fine. But when we actually got to work on this publication, the Biodiversity Statistics of Bhutan, and I got to see the details, that was pretty cool. And neither of us are big talkers as such. And I think because we're sort of on the same plane with that, if when we had to communicate about any sort of work, we could just, you know, sort of scoot an email across or quickly send a message on WhatsApp saying, hey, do you think I should do this? Or, you know, how should I go about this? And especially now with remote volunteering and the time differences, it seems to be a really good way to communicate, actually. And yeah, it's been working really well. You know, I send a message and, you know, the next morning I have my response and I can continue with my work. And I think it's, well, I hope Choki feels the same way.
Yes.
It's the way we work.
The remote, having a Karunya as a remote volunteer is really benefiting me, because whenever I'm under pressure and stress, then I just inform Karunya to help me up. Although she has the regular work to upload the data in the GBIF, but she always helps me, like for example, like recently, I had to apply for the Australian Volunteers Impact Fund, and then I sought the help of Karunya, and then she immediately responded me through WhatsApp. So it's really helping me. So I like that's how she's really prompt in responding and then providing the help where necessary. Okay, thank you so much for this platform, and I really appreciate for giving giving me the platform for by the Australian Volunteers Program. And thank you, and Tashidale. Bye.
Oh, what an inspiring message, and such lovely work to conserve the biodiversity in Bhutan and to bring forward the value of preserving our flora and fauna. Karunya's assignment has contributed to an important area to protect the biodiversity and indigenous flora and fauna in Bhutan. So thanks so much, Karunya, and to Choki as well. So our next destination is off to the Philippines with our volunteer Bala and Don Don. Don Don is the coordinator for the local government of Kanaman. So over to Bala and Don Don.
I'm Jose Adolfo Jr., Don Don for short. I'm the Municipal Planning and Development Coordinator of the Local Government Unit of Kanaman.
Yeah, my name is Bala Subramanian. I was a volunteer. I decided in 2019 that I wanted to do something different. Got the opportunity to, embark on a volunteer assignment with Kanaman in the Philippines.
Kanaman is a local government unit in the Philippines, in the main island of Luzon. It is adjacent to the flourishing city of Naga. Naga is the center of trade and commerce in the Bicol region. Kanaman is home to 35,000 happy and determined people.
So the original assignment was to develop an IT plan, information communications and technology plan for Kanaman. Kanaman have been using IT systems to deliver services, but have not formally gone through a planning process. The municipality has got a number of offices. All of them deliver different types of services to the public. And the objective of the assignment was to get a plan together so that we can understand what the key priorities were, what the current status of systems, risks and issues, and then develop a plan for implementing a whole range of initiatives. In addition to the plan, our objective was also to develop capability within the municipality, within the IT office of Sir Don and the other offices, so that the plan can be sustainably maintained and developed as we go forward. This plan aligns to the 3-year term of the current legislature, and their comprehensive development plan. So when I was on site, I was both, assisting in developing the plan, plus also, doing some of the work. So once we've been sort of remote, my role is now more advisory, which means there's a lot more work on Sir Don and his team. However, we've been able to keep the work going. We've been able to continue the initiatives and continue to implement newer requirements as they have arisen.
We now have a better sense of direction on ICT, and we now have I believe a better idea and improved capability on how to go forward with our ICT or how to implement those ICT. So the ICT plan was instrumental. I mean, not just the document, the plan, but the process of preparing the plan. The process was a sort of a learning by doing. So the capability, our knowledge and skills are being enhanced through the plan, and we now understood the scope. We did not think that the scope of the ICT was so broad. So Bala was able to help us, to guide us to all those intricacies and lay out a workable and realistic yet flexible and methodical ICT plan. Where through that capability development, we are getting more confident that we can do, and we have a guide on how to do these things. Bala's approach in managing things, project management, gave me a lot of insight. It's very hard to replicate. I'm trying to do it. So the methodical, systematic, yet flexible, and able to consider the meager resources that we have. So, and I mean, all those things we were able to do with the meager resources that we have, and mainly because of the partnership with Bala.
If I can add to what you said, Sir Don, I think the other major accomplishment here is that, since we have moved from an on-site to a remote assignment, you've been able to continue, the work. You've been able to identify, further priorities that, had to be implemented, as well as, get them implemented. So, and as I said, my role has, evolved to being more advisory and less doing, but you've been able to keep that work continuing, in the time frame. The other thing, from my perspective as well is, for me, one of the accomplishments is that I was able to come there, adapt to your way of working, and the business working culture in the Philippines, and maybe able to make a bit of a contribution. So to me, our time there was not just a stay of a period, but it is a life experience.
Although the pandemic cut our engagement short here on the face-to-face basis, we were able to continue, and in a way, maybe it's also sort of a winning period, So as we go along and as we continue, you're now on more on an advisory support, and hopefully as we progress, as we build our team here, we can, we can still of course continue and help us a lot.
Yes, yes.
A wonderful partnership of Bala and Dondon in the Philippines with outstanding results to enhance support on the ICT systems. With the pandemic these days, we realize how much we rely on this technology. Thank you, Bala and Dondon. Salamat. The next volunteering journey is Tonga, where the volunteering assignment is supporting the Ministry of Health. Let's meet our Australian volunteers, Georgia Lack, and our partner, Nancy Tupou from the Ministry of Health, Tonga.
Hi, I'm Georgia, and I'm an Australian volunteer here in Tonga.
Hi, I'm Nancy. I'm the Digital Supply Chain Officer for the Ministry of Health.
And we're coming to you from the IT office here at the main hospital at Viola Hospital in Tonga.
So Georgia, I met Georgia a little over 2 years ago. She got introduced into our office around August 2019, and we started working on the Whakanawa project. And when COVID hit, we got moved over to work with M-Supply in collecting vaccine data.
So we thought today that we would take you on a little bit of a tour of one of our vaccine sites, and you can see the process that we've helped develop and the way that we're tracking all of the vaccination data on everyone that's getting vaccinated. So come along. All right, Nancy, can you please explain to us the registration process?
Okay, when someone comes in for vaccination, a nurse that sits on the registration station asks for any form of IT that they have brought with them to use to register them into the system. And once they are registered into the system, they are also provided a vaccination card with basic information to take on to the next station, which is the vaccinator.
So after the person has been vaccinated, the nurse will fill out the details on the card, for example, the batch number and the type of vaccine they've received. The person will then go into our holding area where their information will be processed through the system again to say that they've received the vaccination. And this is what we use to keep a record of everyone that's been vaccinated here in Tonga.
So our command center has few nurses that sits there and use our M-Supply dashboard to monitor movements of stock, vaccination numbers that from each team that goes out. And with these, they would use it to make decisions like if there's a team that's not doing so well in one place where the other is doing so well, they would decide either to bring them in or move them into the next team to help out with it.
So we met back in 2019 on my first assignment. So this is my second assignment this time round. I just love you guys so much, I had to come back. And so we would have met in the office. I think it was like my third or fourth day here in Tonga. Everything was a bit overwhelming, and I walked into a very scary bunch of, no kidding, to a very welcoming bunch of people in the office. Yeah, and it's been great ever since.
What are you most proud of having to achieve together so far?
I'm actually very proud of the way that our whole team has come together and what we've been able to deliver. So I think we were given, 6 to 8 weeks from when we were told we would have a vaccine arrive in country, and then found out it was going to be all collected on paper, and 100,000 people on paper is quite tricky. And so just the way that our team came together and came up with a solution and a system that more or less has worked, I would say. It's been pretty successful. And also that our vaccination rate is now, 93% first dose, which is also incredible that we've been able to capture all of that information in a pretty seamless system, as well as being able to do that in all of the outer islands and the places where we don't have very good internet. We're still able to get all of those people into the system, no matter where you are. All right, thank you everyone. Happy International Volunteers Day.
Wendell, you unmute. It should be unmute.
That lovely mute button, I tell you. I was telling you what a lovely message that was about Georgia, and how bringing people with the right skills and the right expertise at the right time is such an amazing partnership. And it's so wonderful that people in Tonga are able to get vaccinated and that they're able to track and support people as they go through that process. So you can see that Nancy and Georgia make such a great team and work so well together and have achieved such amazing outcomes. So thank you, Nancy and Georgia. So our next destination is to Cambodia, where we have Margriet and Sambat, who will be sharing their message. Sambat is with the iCare Foundation. Please enjoy the video.
I'm Sambat, the country director of iCare Foundation in Cambodia, and also the program manager of Laos with iCare Foundation. Currently, I'm living in Cambodia in the city, in Phnom Penh city.
Kuncharan Sambat, and I'm Margriet, and I have been working with Sambat and the iCare Foundation in Cambodia for a little over 4 years now as the program development mentor, and currently I'm in Geelong in Victoria, Australia.
So the iCare Foundation, mainly we work for the Asia country. Currently we work in Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, Nepal and Tanzania. So the mission is to eliminate avoidable blindness in the poor country or most remote country that include Cambodia as we are working here. We see our most important and the gap that we really need to grow in our country. This about the research development. A part of the program development, we need to understand well about our beneficiary needed. Together with the national program strategic plan, we call National Strategic for the Blindness Prevention and Control, as well as the National Strategic Plan of the Ministry of Health, and together with ECS Strategic Plan, we would like to fit to the need of our beneficiary properly to reduce avoidable blindness or eliminate avoidable blindness in our target province.
Eye health is kind of been a poor relation in public health because it isn't a priority for some unknown reason, so it gets very little funding. And one of the big issues for us is to influence and advocate that eye health is embedded in those 6 pillars of public health as a priority. And we've been working really hard at trying to showcase the importance of eye health, of healthy eyesight.
We would like to improve our support among the 6 pillars of the health system, strengthening that eye health need to be embedded in general health. So the need and also our journey together, we strengthen our strategic development and involved with the National Program for Eye Health. We develop our own strategic plan as well as the research to support or evidence to prove our achievement, as well as give us a clear direction for the future. Yeah.
Somebody's a visionary, so he sees everything happening, but we have, and I'm the details person, so I ask so many questions about how, why, when, where, and why, who, all of that. But we developed this code where it's called head scratching, and in Khmer it's Chikabal Klangna.
Chikabal Klangna.
big headache. And so we have quite funny exchanges about what's causing us a headache, Chikabal Klangna, I think. I'm so proud that I'm part of a team that is really focused on the people who are the most marginalized, and that we're now actually really strengthening our inclusive practices, and that we're looking at how we develop robust programs that are integrated people-centered eye care, which is the model of the based on the WHO's public health model, but now it's been adopted by the International Agency for Prevention of Blindness, and we're aligning our programs with that. On a personal level, I think that relationship and the rapport that we've developed as a team is incredibly rewarding, and I miss them all very much, even though we stay in touch. And oh, I'm getting a little bit emotional. And
may I add to what should be proud, because it's what I need and what I heard is not enough, and I cannot close my mouth. Yeah, since we join together, you know, we cannot forget about a lot of thanks letter, appreciation letter from the national program, from the provincial governor, from our hospital in partnership with us, and especially direct to Margaret about this thanks letter from the University of Health Science. She put her hand in to support the national strategic plan of the University of Health Science. She received the thanks letter from Excellency Professor Sapon Wantana. Learning and sharing together every day, every moment, every event that we celebrate, that we intervene, and also celebrate our working together with our partner. We always come up with the discussion. Learning and sharing is our main focus. Mainly, we direct our focus to the need of our beneficiary. Yeah. So this fit to what is the next journey for the Eye Care Foundation.
Oh, what such lovely messages from our wonderful partners and their wonderful volunteers. So thanks, Margriet and Sambat. That was also such a beautiful message to add to our messages today. Such amazing stories, and it's such an inspiring way to hear about the impacts that our volunteers make within our partner organizations. We've so enjoyed the journey around so many countries. We started off in Johannesburg and Jakarta. We've been through to Papua New Guinea, to the Philippines, to Tonga, and we ended off in Cambodia. So thank you so much for sharing with us and joining us along the journey to hear the stories of our volunteers and partners. We're so pleased to end off our program today with a message from our DFAT colleague, James Gilling. So James is the first Assistant Secretary within the Humanitarian NGOs and Partnerships Division. James Gilling joined Australian Aid in 2001 and worked in Fiji and Indonesia, where he was head of the aid program from 2013 to 2015. Before taking over as humanitarian coordinator, he ran DFAT's contracting and aid management and Pacific agricultural divisions. As head of the Humanitarian NGOs and Partnerships Division, James Gilling works with a dedicated and highly professional team who plan, oversee, and implement Australians' commitment to meet growing global humanitarian needs. Sorry about that. He also manages a range of important partnerships with both international and domestic NGOs. So over to you, James, and thanks so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you very much for asking me. And in answer to your question, Baik Sekali. So look, I did start in Australia in 2001, but before that I used to work in the UK. And I was very lucky that one of my first jobs was in fact working basically as a volunteer in Papua New Guinea. I worked in the Department of Agriculture and Livestock back in 1987. If you can imagine back that far, and I know most of you probably can't, but anyway, and I had many of the same experiences that many of our talkers today have had, both on the side of the partners, having some amazing relationships, which I still have today, and colleagues from Papua New Guinea who I learned so much about. And in many ways, the most profound learning experience of my life has been working as a public servant in Papua New Guinea with Papua New Guineans who taught me so many things about technical areas of agriculture in Papua New Guinea and so many things about life in a Pacific Island region. So listening to these stories, it's quite amazing. And of course, a lot of the impact of what we do is about the technical skills that we can share. And often the focus is on the skills that are shared from the global north to the global south. But as we've heard today, so many of the lessons, so many of the examples come the other way as well. So it's very, very moving to hear so many people relating their experiences. From the DFAT side of things, I would just like to wish everybody a happy International Volunteers Day, but in particular to emphasize how important the Volunteers Program is to our aid effort. And look at what we've heard about today. We've heard about the COVID situation. We've heard about the climate situation. We've heard about the terrible tragedies of working with people who've lost their sight or who have a hard of sight. All of these things are so important to the world's efforts to reduce poverty and eliminate poverty. And all of you are working in these areas. So we're so relevant. So it's not just the modality that I think is wonderful, it's also the issues that we're working on. So thank you to all of you. Thank you for being such an important part of the Australian aid program. Thank you for this long relationship we've had. Thank you for this extraordinarily well-managed process. I said, when will I be on? And you said 4:44, and you came to me at 4:42. How amazing. So it's a beautiful event. And I'd just like to say congratulations. And I'd like to say thank you. And I won't live to see it, but I hope many of you can live to see the next 60 years of Australia's partnership with the International Voluntary System. Thanks very much indeed.
Oh, thanks so much, James. It's delightful to hear about the commitment from the Australian government to international development and our cooperation through volunteering. So thank you so much for your message. We so appreciate having you with us today. So we're wanting to try our video again. So let's see if we can go across and listen to our beautiful IVD video. Are we ready for that, Claire?
Something special about humans is our ability to come together in times of adversity.
We are hardwired to be part of a community.
And regardless of the circumstances, we are here for each other.
COVID has been devastating, but it hasn't stopped us from connecting.
Now more than ever, we're supporting those who need it.
Sharing knowledge and skills and making lifelong friendships.
From one corner of the globe to the other, we share the same hopes for our communities.
And we thrive on the connections and relationships we build.
We're we're still here with you.
And together, our partners and volunteers are working to make a difference.
Such an inspiring message that we come together and do positive things to communities around the world, make a difference, create a good partnership, and for some, even like including James here, make a friendship for life. So thank you for volunteers and partners who participated. Now we're nearing to the end of our event. With a great pleasure, I would like to introduce our partner in Indonesia, Bali Jaladara, who's going to do a special performance for us to celebrate International Volunteer Day. Bali Jaladara used 4 cameras and tens of artists in Bali to support the performance. So this is really special. And let me introduce a bit about Bali Jaladara. So Bali Jaladara Cultural Project is dedicated to preserve and promote the Balinese traditional ways of expression, as well as to explore new ones, while creating path for meaningful artistic exchange for Indonesian artists, teachers, and students with their counterparts from all over the world. Bali Jaladara has hosted 2 Australian volunteers to support its mission. Please join me and Wendell in watching Bali Jaladara's special performance.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wayan Rachman. I'm the founder and the teacher Bali Jaladara Foundation. What you just witnessed is my wife, Ketut, blessing the stage and the performance. Today, we are very proud to present to you a traditional Balinese mass dance called Telek. This dance tells the story of 3 gods, Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the preserver, and Iswara, the destroyer, as they manifest into the world in an attempt to find the long missing goddess of Devi Durga. The first character, Telek, will be performed by 4 dancers wearing handmade costumes with white masks representing Vishnu. The second character is Jauk, who will be wearing a red mask with long fingernails representing Brahma. And the third character is Barong, a mythical lion representing Iswara. We Balinese people believe that this dance has supernatural powers to neutralize negative energies, bringing harmony between human with human, human with the natural world, and human with the spiritual world, which is the foundations of our Balinese philosophy, Tri Hita Karana. This dance is accompanied by gamelan orchestra comprising bronze key instruments, gongs, flutes, and cymbals, playing a layered syncopation. We're very proud to present to you a Telek dance with Bali Jaladara. Thank you. I hope you enjoy our performance. We, Bali Jaladara Foundation, started scholarship program for Balinese children. If you would like to join and to support our Saved by the Gamelan scholarship program, please check our Instagram account, Wayan Rachman Bali Jaladara, for more information. And thank you, AVI, for inviting us to join this special event. It's all.
Okay, that's wonderful. As an Indonesian, I might be a bit subjective here. Well, but it was remarkable performance. It gave me a goosebump a little bit. So thank you, Bali Jaladara, Matur Suksma. It's one of the colossal Balinese dances with a mystical story. Thank you for watching it with us. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Over to you, Wendell.
Thanks, Cynthia, and such a wonderful performance. Amazing artists and musicians and beautiful costumes, just such a special way to end our very special event. It's amazing, even though we can't meet in person, we're fortunate enough to be able to experience cultures from other parts of the world and to come together around those. So thank you very much for coming along with us, with our volunteers and our partners and our teams and staff around the globe. So we so hope you enjoyed the journey with us and our program, and you got some much needed travel around the world. Thank you also to our wonderful captioning team and our Auslan interpreter teams. They've been such a support to us in our event, and we so enjoyed having you with us today. So thank you very much for being with us. So Baya Danki, Hambani Gatle, Terra Kasi, and thank you very much. So thanks all and take care for now. Cheers, everybody.